Hello crafty friends, welcome to another mixed media background video. Today I'm going to use Indigo Blue Eco Vivid inks in primary red and primary blue, and I've got a piece of smooth white card that's 4 by 6 inches. And because these come in dropper form, as it were, ooh, it's very windy in here today, I'm going to use the dropper to just put some drops or lines on my glass mat, and I'll squirt it with plenty of water and simply press that down into it and give it a moment to soak up. This is just regular smooth white card. It's not mixed media paper or watercolour paper, but it can handle some water without falling apart. Right, I'm really liking that. Not going to waste what's there. I'll just pick it up with some more card. That can go in my box of backgrounds and bits for another day. Now I'll dry that. Right, now to add another layer, because mixed media is really all about the layering. I'm going to take a bit of this blue, just add a little drop to my mat. Pick it up with, this is clean, that's just a stain. Pick it up with a blending brush and blend it through the stencil. Now try not to move that too much, because now I'm going to put a drop of the red. And I don't mind if this mixes to make purple, so I'm going to use the same brush. And there we have some lovely blending. You can just clean that off by rubbing a baby wipe or a wet microfiber cloth or something over that. Now to add some more visual texture, I'm going to mist this rubber stamp with water and put that on top like that. Give it a good press down. And give it a moment, and I don't know if you can see, it's very faint, but it has lifted some of the ink colour, so we've got some lighter areas. It might be more pronounced with a stamp that has thicker lines or shapes on it. But what I can also do is spatter on some water to lift the colour. Give it a moment and pat that off. So now we've got some lighter spots. Now I'm going to do some spattering. So I'm going to put a little bit of the blue on my mat and take this Indigo Blue Luscious Pigment Powder. It's called Magic Sparkle. It's got silvery white pigment powder in it. Add a little bit of water to dilute it slightly. Now I can spatter on some lovely blue shimmery splats. And I'll add some to this as well. And I'll dry that with my hairdryer. And now that's ready to go on a card or two. So I think what I want to do with this is cut it into strips. And I've got some stitched strip dies in 3 different widths. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to go down and cut acrossways to get shorter rather than longer strips. Right, so I've got 6 wide ones, 6 medium ones and 3 skinny ones. I have been around the edge with some Seedless Preserves Distress Oxide on a finger dauber, just to give the edges a bit of definition, a bit of darkness. I had to do that off camera because the starlings came round for their, I think, 4th breakfast today, and were making such a racket that you wouldn't have been able to hear me talk. I'll insert a little bit of footage just now to show you what they were up to. So I've got here a 4x6" card blank, smooth white card, nothing fancy. And I've also cut a white branchy thing. So I've got my rule of thirds acetate grid here, and I'm going to mark a third of the way down and a third of the way up, and draw very lightly in pencil a horizontal line at each point. I'll rub those marks out because I don't need those. And now I'm going to take my strips here and make some torn edges on them, because I'm going to layer these behind the foliage. I do like a nice raggedy edge, and I'm going to start with this and see how we get on. So I'll take my strips, dip them into some high-tack white glue, and tap off the excess on my silicone mat, and then place them in between those two horizontal lines. I think I will leave a tiny little white gap between them. Oh, the blackbirds are joining in with the starlings now. So I've stuck those down. I'm going to give them a press down with some non-stick paper, just to keep my fingers clean. And I can carefully erase the rest of the pencil lines. So I can put this on here and decide if I need a bit more. I think I do. So I'll add some more up the top, maybe a bit more down the bottom. So I've got a nice bright, bold, shimmery, shiny background there to this white leaf thing. I want to add a bit more shimmer and shine and a slightly, well, a contrasting colour. I'm going to do that just by spattering on, and I can get my paintbrush to spatter, some gold metallic watercolour, focusing it mainly around this area. I'll give that a quick dry, and I'm going to add some high-tack white glue to the back of my foliage. Please excuse the noise of the cat. I'm so sorry about the sounds in this voiceover, not voiceover, video. The neighbour's cat wants to go in the lounge, but I've shut the door because she's not really allowed in the lounge. So that's now on there like that. The card's warped a bit with all the glue, the spattering and the heating, but I'll put something heavy on it and it will flatten out nicely. So I've got a sentiment here that says "with love," and I'm going to stamp it in black ink so it stands out nicely. So that's my first card made with those strips. I'm going to make some other cards off camera now, and when it's a bit quieter I'll come back and show you how they turned out. Right, I think it's about as quiet as it's going to get. So this card has been sitting under a heavy object for about half an hour and it's nice and flat now. I just want to add a little bit of shimmer to the foliage. So I've got this Nuvo gloss pen, glitter gloss it's called, and I'll just paint that over just so it's got a little bit of shimmer, and then that card is done. I have got two more cards to show you. This one's 6 by 6 inches approximately. I added the strips down the right hand side, little gaps in between, alternating the thickness of the strips and the length of the strips with their raggedy ends. I then die cut a gold tree and popped it so it's on the white and on the strips, and I added some more leaves on top to give it some depth and dimension. And I put a sentiment that I cut with a stitched rectangle die to match the stitching here over the tree so it's straddling the trunk. It's got a bit of foam tape here and here just to lift it up a bit. Oh, I did also spatter on some gold as I did on the first card. So I think this would count as a clean and simple card. We've got a lot of colour and gold, but it's all restrained to this just under half of the card, and we've got half of the card nice and empty. And here's the last card. It's 5 by 7 inches, smooth white card again, and I used all the rest of the strips and put some coming in from the top and some coming up from the bottom, more or less in line with each other. This is a larger colourful area than this down here. And then I layered a white piece of foliage that stretched between the two and a gold piece on top. So we've got some dimension there. And my sentiment again is stamped and die cut with a stitched rectangle die. And that's about a third of the way up the card in the middle and nestles nicely amongst the foliage here. Again, it's on foam tape and gold splatters. So that's the 3 cards made. I enjoy them all. I think this one has a little less bling on it, and I really do like the gold. So actually I'm quite tempted to die cut another one of these bits of foliage out of gold and stick it on top like I did with this one, just for extra bling and impact. But it's quite subtle. I think on its own it's perfectly fine. And maybe having just the white goes well with the with love sentiment, but you could jazz it up with extra gold. Right, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope it's given you some ideas, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.